Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Tracy. If you don't know me, my channel is Not Afraid of Color. And today I'm going to be working on sketches 7, 8, and 9. Now these are a little bit, this one's a little bit complex. So I'm gonna work as quickly as I can. And I did lots and lots of prep work today. And while I'm doing that, I did want to talk about our bonus printables. So I did print mine out this month, and they're all black and white. And so what's great about the black and white is you can keep them black and white, or you can color them, foil them, do whatever you want to do with them. I've already used up a bunch of the sentiments, but at the all access patron level, you can get the bonus printable. So sketch number 7. I had a friend ask me, and I missed it. It was on my live the other night. Don't you do grunge anymore? I do. So thought I'd do grunge on my first card. And I'm going to make 3 completely different cards. And that card base is really, really crooked. That's okay. We'll live with it. Hi. I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you all came over. I think is this my glue that is working or my glue that isn't working? So this is just a background that I did some time ago and stuck in my backgrounds pile. And I use these either as a background for something, or I'll use them, like this was another background that I cut the butterfly out of. So this sketch is tricky, and I did pop the pieces up. So I did letter them. So this is, well, I lettered them and then, well, it doesn't matter because I know that paper F, the first paper F comes over here. Let me turn this way. The second paper F, where are you, little guy? Comes over here. So I can start with those. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I really enjoy that butterfly a lot, all the time. It was one of the die investments that was really worth it. So I did pop these up on some low profile black foam tape, and I don't like these dingle ball thingies hanging over. Let me get my other glue. It just gets annoying in my way. We'll get my other glue out. I am going to add some liquid glue so I can scoot things around here if need be. So I really like this sketch, but it took me a minute to wrap my head around, I have to tell you. So there's one. Where's the other one? Where are you? Oh, it's over here still. Oh, golly. Yeah, I've been watching and prepping at the same time. And these little pieces were an afterthought, putting the popping them up. Okay, so I go there. So I need another paper F right here. Let's do a paper E. So the way that I'm telling these apart is I actually stamped letters on them. They're different papers, and all the papers I'm using today are either from one of our sponsors, 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, or from our super sponsor, Crafty Critta. Okay, if we can just peel the backers off, that'd be awesome. Oh, yes, thank you for the thumbs up prompt. Appreciate it. I had Mike take me this morning I wanted to go to a Dollar Tree store because I'd seen my friend Biddy Penny do a haul. And I wanted to go to Target. I never go to Target because, did I want that? I don't think I didn't want that there. I messed up. This one goes here. That's okay. I'm not worried about it because the other piece is still going to go there. This is a paper E. Okay. So a paper F goes here. See, I can still, I'm not too worried about the glue. It'll just add to the grunginess. Oh, Reagan, that's so sweet of you. So I haven't done a lot on this challenge yet. I've been, really busy. And I don't know what the heck I'm so busy with, but man, I am. Okay, so this is going to go like this. Okay, and then this is a paper E, okay. I think the longest thing is me getting these backers off. So yeah, I kind of felt bad. I was like, yeah, I've been doing so much like cute and pretty stuff that I've kind of moved away from my grungy roots. So I thought I'd just grunge it up here a little bit today. Okay, we need a paper E. These are the E's, okay. Come on. Keep my fingernails clipped down, and sometimes I pay for that because I can't get my stuff off. So if you haven't checked out the bonus printables, definitely do. Okay, yeah, that should be like that because there's an open square in the middle. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good so far. Because especially when Kendra does the black and white ones, because if you're a foiler, you can foil them. Okay, then we need a paper F. Just gonna go right here. Well, I mean, yeah, you see me grunge when I'm doing my junk journal. So if you don't know me or have never followed me, on Friday mornings, I get together with my friend Dawn, the Crafty Visage, and we do junk journals and stuff, but not cards. Typically not cards anyway. Okay, this one needs to come in this way. And then finally this one is going to go right there. Okay. Yeah, see, it all comes together. Yeah, it's kind of a fun layout. Again, it's probably better with papers that aren't so alike, so you can differentiate, which ones are which, especially if you had put foam tape on the back and covered your letter. Hindsight, friends, hindsight. And that's why I use glue. Okay, so now all that's left to do is decorate it. How's my time? Okay, I was hoping I'd get 10 minutes per card. I'm just going to trim a little piece. This is just some little fabric from my stash. I'm just going to glue it down there, and I don't care if it's wrinkled or sticking out or weird or anything else. And then I'm going to do this right across this way. This is just a piece of dyed cheesecloth. And then I have popped this butterfly up, and I have them on 3 layers of this thin foam tape, and then some little foam pieces behind so that he pops up above everything else. Oops, that does not go there. Let me ask you guys this. Are you nice and neat about your backers, or do you just fling them anywhere? Listen, I just fling them. They get flung somewhere out of my way, hopefully. And I want him to come like right there. Kind of down in there. I've got a couple of little pieces of ephemera. Put that one here. blue one right here. I don't know if I'll use this one or not. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, fling them and sweep later. It is super dramatic paper. And then I'm just going to do, I had glued this down to a piece of harder cardstock because this is just one of those stickers. I'm just going to glue that across there. And we have sketch number 7. All right, moving on. And I put all my things in these little trays because it's just easier to keep them organized. This is sketch number 8, and it's a simple sketch. So I forgot to make little flags. Shoot, it figures. Okay. So let's make sure I've got it opening the correct way. And then these are another 2 sets of paper from Crafty Critta. No, I didn't want to use this one. I need to find, I have 100,000 glue pins and I can't find a single extra one for that one. So no grunge on this one. This one's going to be a little bit more shabby chic-ish. And it's a sympathy card, so I don't know that how appropriate it is to give a grungy card for sympathy. I mean, I would appreciate it because I like grunge, but, you know, not everybody does. Okay, so then we've got paper D, which goes right here. I mean, the 4.5 by 3.25 layer. This one will come together quick. I'll have time to cut those little flags, I think. And just get that as evenly on there as I possibly can. And then I've got the wood grain for paper D. Oh, your cats will eat them. Yeah, see, no cats are allowed in here. Every once in a while, I'll let a cat in my bedroom because I basically live upstairs and all the animals and other people live downstairs. So, this is a cat-free zone. But I will every once in a while let him up here and have a throw catnip party for him. Oops, that needs to come up just a little bit. This is why we love this wet glue. And what does a catnip party entail? Well, we grow some in our garden, but when we don't have them in the garden, I just have, you know, the stuff you buy in a little can thing. And it means I throw catnip all over the floor and watch my cats do their cat thing with the catnip. But I used to be a quilter, and I kind of had to quit doing that because at the time I didn't have the space because the kids were living here. And I had to quit doing that because of my cats and the danger of, you know, first of all, my laziness because I, you know, didn't feel like putting everything away. But, you know, when you quilt or sew or anything, usually there are many sharp, scary objects laying around like pins and needles and seam rippers. So I stamped out a with sympathy here, but I need my little flags. So it calls for paper B, D, and a white one or whatever color. Let me just grab that paper real quick because I do have time. See if I can figure out where I put it. There we go. And I've got plenty of scraps in here to work with. I don't want this one here. Okay. So we need to be half inch, half by 1. Oh gosh, I have to cut flags into them. Okay, no problem. do it real quick. That's close enough to a 1/2 inch to call 1/2 inch. Okay, so got my little flag maker here. If ever I can use this instead of having to actually try to cut one, I'm a good. Oh, that's way crooked. It wasn't straight on the bottom, so that's why. Somebody said they use a different kind of cutter. I don't have that other kind of cutter. This one is not my favorite because it, you know, it's really limited on the size you can cut. Like you can't do bigger than 1 inch. Okay. And those flags are hanging off of the let's go let's go 1. Pick these up. Okay. Put 2 of them together. Are they all the same? Yeah, they are. But okay, I see what's happening. It overlaps a little. So it looks like it overlaps about halfway. And that was the funky end, but it's okay. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I don't think I did this right. That's okay. I'm fine with it. It does not matter. And those seem to hang down right about here. And I could just trim off the top. Oops. I can't be trusted to trim off anything. There's a good chance I'll screw it up like that. You can see how crooked that is. Let's see if I can fix it on my trimmer. I might be able to. Close enough. And then we'll take another one of these little pieces, actually 2 of them, and put it on the other side. Like so, so it all sits even. What's my clock look like? Okay, yep, I'm doing great. Jana, I enjoyed your video, and Lynn, and of course, Kendra. You did great. Okay. I might even have time to put embellishments on. Maybe. Good. I was worried. I wanted that rose to show. And there is sketch number 8. Now we're going to do sketch number 9, and this is a quilter's dream. And I'll show you a little hack. So I've got here a square piece of paper. And what I'm going to do here, and this is a 3-inch square because these are each 1.5. If I could pick them up. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue the tops of them to the top part of this square. I'm going to leave the bottoms loose so I can lift at will as I need and glue them later. So this will be the easiest hack to get this one done. I want to make sure there's no white paper showing through. Thank you. Thank you very much. So like I said, each one of these cards is going to be very, very different. This one looks way harder than it actually is if you use this little trick. They overlap, it's because you are a terrible cutter. But you have that option to trim them off or trim off any white space before you move to the next step. So you see now these are all open on the inside. Let me get these out of the way. All the distractions, friends. Sorry about that. Now I've got a little white hanging over. Don't trust me with scissors. Hi, Chow. I'm going to trim this off right here in my trimmer. I'm going to go up to the high spot though, because something's wrong with it down here anymore. It just doesn't work right. And there's barely any to trim off. But if I can see it, my brain will go bonkers. There we go. Now each one of these pieces can tuck in to the corners like so. Come here. Golly. Let's see here. Yeah, this one gets tucked in here. Main thing is just to get them up where they need to be and then glue them down. And then this piece can get tucked into here, like so. Easy peasy. I'm just making sure that they're nice and straight. I'll just tuck a little bit of glue. Tuck a little bit of glue. Tuck a little bit of glue. I hope that our tips are helpful for y'all. So now I've got my little pinwheel going here. And, oh, I guess I forgot to get out a card base for this one. Then we've got this piece here. This is going to go like so. It seems to stick out a little bit, but that's all right. This one's a little crooked. That's why we use liquid glue. Straighten you out, mister. Straighten out. Oh, now you're stuck. It's like a lock and key. There we go. Oh, let me find a card base here that will make me happy. I'll go with green. Okay, I don't have a green card base. So I'll fake it and I'll just glue it down to a piece of green paper. And then I'll glue that to a card base at a later date. So we have to think about where everything else goes. What time is it? Oh shoot, I better get on it here. That's gonna go here. So this, come here. One's gonna go here. This piece glued down. The solid papers here are textured papers, and they are from another one of our sponsors, 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. So make sure to show them some love. Okay. This down onto a card base. They die cut beautifully. Now I'm going to pop this up. Because I've got that solid piece there, I have a foundation for my foam tape. That was a terrible aim. If I could pick this up, we'd be in great shape. 526, okay. So again, don't forget, everything from the all access patron up gets you the bonus monthly printable. And sometimes, you know, maybe you don't have a huge investment in pattern paper, but you have a printer. Oh, I got that way crooked. That's okay. I'm going to let it be crooked. I'm fine with it because I'm going to, friends, keep it real. So we have the sentiment going. I'm going to put the sentiment, where do I want this? I think I want it right here. I don't know. I struggle with sentiments, friends. I'm just going to put it right here. And then I've got the sketch calls for this little bow. So I've cut a little gold bow. That's bothering me that it's crooked, but I don't think I'm going to, oh yeah, I'll be able to get it off if I'm really careful. I don't know why, I just can't have crooked things. Let's try to aim better this time. Part of the problem is my little squares are crooked. That's okay. All right, just gonna have to live with it, friends. Gonna have to live with the crookedness of myself. And then I'll just put a little dab of glue here. The glue will dry clear. So, what we got? Thank you. We have sketches, everything completely different from each other. We have sketch 7. We have sketch 8, simple card. And then we have the wild and crazy guy, sketch 9. So look at that. I really don't have time for embellishments, friends. Don't think I'd put any on this one. I'd probably put a couple here, and I'd definitely throw some on here. And whoops, I lost my bow already because this one's just kind of crazy. Thank y'all, and you will be redirected. And I hope that you stick around for the rest of the hop. Do you guys see my glue pen anywhere? This is the story of my life. I lose these things. Okay. Yeah, the 30 minutes does fly by, and I'm glad it does because sometimes I'm offline on Sundays. I don't really do much on Sundays. And so I'm glad it's only 30 minutes. Don't forget to leave your thumbs up and for everybody and comments and enter to win. And I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.